The BBC facing growing calls to take MasterChef off air while an investigation is carried out into the presenter Gregg Wallace. Mr. Wallace has since apologised for his comments over the weekend, blaming middle-class women of a certain age, and says it's obvious he needs to take some time out now. This morning, I spoke to the writer, actor and comedian Stephen Fry about the scandal. He told me Wallace had acted foolishly and failed to understand the feelings of those women he offended.
It was obviously unbelievably foolish of Gregg Wallace to make that video over the weekend. It really showed that he simply wasn't understanding. And, you know, even if he felt that he'd been misunderstood himself, he could surely see that there were some women there who were truly hurt and had felt not listened to, and that he should first of all address that. But, you know, who knows? He's now probably being rightly, I suppose, advised by lawyers. Yes, I don't know him. I met him once. We were both guests at a cricket match, and that was, you know, just paying attention to what was going on the green. But yeah, it's obviously some sort of pressure has built up, and now it's, once it starts getting out, as is the way of the media, as we know, once a story gathers momentum, it gallops and gallops faster and faster. But I think if by now people who work in television, men who work in television, don't understand that light banter is no longer something that can be aired in ways, unless they're thinking hard about, is there a sort of victim or a stereotype at the root of this banter who might be hurt. And it's just good manners, really. It's good manners have changed. In Victorian time, it was, you know, certain things couldn't be referred to or seen, and it was only polite to obey this because people were sort of shocked and upset if things were not respected, that they respect. And so I think we've all just got to realise it's not about wokeness. It's just about being sensitive to the atmosphere. You know, if you're having tea with your aunt, you don't turn up wearing shorts and a T-shirt, scratching yourself and filling the air with lots of filthy language. You know your aunt wouldn't appreciate it. But when you're with your friends down the pub, you might. It's as simple as that. You've just got to be, people have to be more attuned to the world in which they live. And I mean, surely we evolved to, you know, to respect the boundaries and the hierarchies of our kith. And that's sort of all that's being asked. And for some, it isn't easy. And so the result is a resounding mess.
Potentially have a little bit of sympathy for him that he was misunderstood?
Well, no. I mean, no. I mean, I'm not going to say that exactly. I mean, I have sympathy for anybody whose life is just suddenly becomes a mess. I can sort of picture myself in that situation and think, oh, my Lord. But I don't think that I'm excusing him or saying that he wasn't obviously a boor, you know, a crashing boor. In both senses, a boorish behaviour and a bore. And, you know, that's not the way to behave on, you know, film sets and TV sets and things. You've got to be just one of the bunch.